Have you ever looked at people who've achieved huge levels of success and ever thought to yourself, how the heck have they actually done it?
I manifest a lot of things.
I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. I would drive home and think, well, I do have these things, and they're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there.
I am a powerful manifester.
Then Friends happened, which I thought I'd kind of manifested.
I've done affirmations for a long, long time. I believe that how you think, and I teach my kids this, your thoughts create your life.
I have this weird manifesting gift, I think. It's sort of like a mantra. You repeat it to yourself every day. Music is my life. The fame is inside of me. I'm going to make a #1 record. It's a lie. Over and over and over. And then one day, the lie is true.
It's almost as if they've mastered the game of life. Or, like somehow, the game of life is working differently for them. Seems unfair, right? Well, the only unfair thing about it is that most people go their entire lives never knowing how to play the game. Because all of those truly successful people have really just mastered one thing. This one key thing is what has allowed them to create the massive growth and transformation in their lives. And I can tell you from personal experience that you can also get the game of life to work differently for you too. So across the next 4 videos, I'm going to be revealing exactly how to master this one thing that will get your life lifing for you completely differently. If you've been stuck in a Groundhog Day where you feel like you can never catch a break, or where no matter how hard you work or how much you try, you just never seem to be able to get ahead in life, or maybe you're in that extremely frustrating situation where you feel like the only thing holding you back is you, then this is the one thing you need to break free from that pattern once and for all and create the quantum shifts that you want in every area of your life this year. And you might be thinking, how does she know how to do this? Who on earth is this girl with an English accent, and why should I watch her videos? Well, for years, I was broke and stuck. And no matter how hard I worked, or how many manifestation techniques I tried, or how many self-help books I read, nothing was changing. Until about 5 years ago, when I finally figured it out, after working with mentors and studying what truly successful people do. And I discovered that they all have one thing in common, and it's something that 99% of people will never learn. And it changed my life. Maybe you've seen my videos where I share that literally everything I scripted about came true. Some of you have followed my journey from dreaming about living in Spain to it actually being my reality now. And maybe you've heard me talk about how I visualized millions of positive people finding my videos before it happened. But here's the sad truth. Most people are still listening to people on TikTok telling them to do gimmicky manifestation tricks, or watching YouTube videos that claim that $1 million will fall from the sky into your lap after watching it just once. And it breaks my heart to see that people are wasting their lives falling for tricks like that, giving manifestation a bad name, while on the other hand, you could just be focusing on this one thing, which will give you all of your power back and help you to completely shift the trajectory, not only of your life, but of the lives of every generation that follows you. So whether your goal is to transform your relationship with money, or 10x your dream business, or upgrade the people that you attract into your life, or move house, or move country, or quite simply just feel better about yourself, watch this 4-part series, and my promise to you is that this will be the most valuable YouTube series you will watch this year. So you've tried everything. Why are you still not seeing the results that you want? The answer might actually surprise you, because the problem isn't that you don't know enough, and it isn't that you're not doing enough. It actually comes down to this one thing that most people are completely missing. It's that your subconscious beliefs are running the show. And if those beliefs are currently repelling your desires, no amount of learning will change your external results. No amount of doing will change your external results. Like Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So in this 4-part series, I'm going to guide you through exactly how to shift those beliefs step by step, in a way that I've never done before, so that you can break through that ceiling on your life and start experiencing completely different results. That ability is within you. So today we're starting with the hidden reason why your manifestations aren't working. Ready? The biggest mistake I see people make when they're trying to create their ideal life is that most people think that they need more strategies, more courses, more techniques. But the truth is, you don't need more. You need to let go of what's blocking you. Imagine trying to build a brand new beautiful house on top of an old crumbling foundation. No matter how beautiful the new structure is, it won't stand and it won't last if the foundation isn't solid. This is exactly what happens when you try to manifest your dream life without first releasing the subconscious blocks that are holding you back. So how do you know if you have a block? Let me walk you through some quick examples that you might be able to resonate with. Let's say you've been wanting to manifest your dream relationship for a really long time, but no matter what you do, you keep finding yourself stuck in a pattern of dates that go nowhere, or situationships that are emotionally draining, or you're scared to even start dating. The conscious mind is saying things like, I want a loving, supportive partner. I'm ready for a relationship. I've done the work. I know what I want. But your subconscious mind is still saying, relationships aren't safe. I always get hurt. If I open up, I'm going to get rejected. Love never lasts. These subconscious beliefs might have been formed through past experiences, like a childhood where love was conditional, or a toxic ex, or growing up watching unstable relationships. They run beneath the surface and override whatever conscious intention you have. And then here's how it plays out in real life. You want love, but you end up ghosting people when they get too close, or you're drawn to emotionally unavailable partners, or you feel anxious or clingy or suspicious even when someone is kind. Now let's say you want to manifest more money. You say all the affirmations. I am financially free. I'm ready to manifest more income. I am rich. I deserve abundance. I am worthy. But your subconscious mind, which controls 95% of what you do and see and attract, is still saying, money doesn't come easily. I'm bad with money. If I earn more, I'm going to lose it anyway. All rich people are greedy and I don't want to be a bad person. If I become successful, I'll be alone. And we could have picked up these beliefs from anywhere, through hearing our parents argue about money, cultural programming, or past struggles. So despite your efforts to work hard and make a change, you find yourself continuously undercharging for your work, or avoiding asking for raises, or receiving unexpected bills every time you start saving, or feeling guilty or anxious about spending money on yourself, procrastinating when it's time to take steps that lead to financial growth. And you keep saying, I want abundance, but deep down, you still don't feel safe to have it. As Neville Goddard famously said, you must be willing to let go of your old story in order to step into a new. Your subconscious mind clings to past beliefs, and until those past beliefs are rewritten, your external reality will continue to reflect them like a hamster wheel, like a Groundhog Day, again and again and again. So now let me tell you a story of someone I know who changed their beliefs and completely changed their external reality. And if you have any doubts that you may be too unfixable, this story is for you, because this is proof that if this man can, anyone can. One of my mentors, Garen Jones, was stuck in a negative cycle for years. And by his mid-30s, he found himself homeless, sleeping in his car, $200,000 in debt, no relationship with his own daughter, and he'd spent 2 years in a French prison. He kept asking himself,
can it get any worse? Bam! Can it get any worse? Bam! And I kept asking the question. I didn't know that what I was asking was causing my life.
One day, a homeless man asked him for money, and Garen laughed and said, "You've got more money than I do." And suddenly, and this is spooky, right? The homeless man's eyes changed, and he just kept saying, "Change your mindset, change your life."
Change your mindset, change your life. Change your mindset, change your life. Change your mindset, change your life. Change your mindset. And then they walked away. And it was in that very moment I felt like my whole entire life was a lie.
That experience was so strange that it woke Garen up, and he couldn't stop thinking about what that homeless man had said to him. So as an experiment, he went all in to releasing his subconscious blocks and rewiring his mindset. And within 18 months, he had completely transformed his life, built $1 million business, repaired his relationship with his daughter, and now he's helping millions of people all over the world. Now, Guerin didn't change his life by scrolling for hours on social media looking for some kind of magic manifestation trick. His transformation happened because he rewired his subconscious mind in every way possible. Okay, we're inspired, we love it. So how exactly do you create this transformation for yourself? Well, I'm sure you've heard a lot of manifestation teachers say, just act as if. But have you ever found that when you actually try to do that, it just feels fake? Here's why just acting as if doesn't work. It's a bit like trying to speak a foreign language just by repeating the words without having any clue what you're saying. You're just mimicking what you hear. It's like you're making French noises, but you still don't speak French.
Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. Mais poupou.
Now imagine that you actually speak that language fluently. The words flow naturally, you don't have to think about every sentence or translate anything in your head. You're just ordering a baguette and you're flirting with the baker just like a local. See the difference? It's not about just going through the motions. It's about shifting who you are being on a much deeper level. This is what happens when you work on your subconscious, when you truly embody the version of you who has what you want. You don't just repeat affirmations or act the part while feeling fake. You internalize the beliefs and the attitudes that align with that version of you who already has it now. That way, you're not just talking the talk, because without the right energy, nothing changes. Instead, you're vibrating at a completely different frequency. What you are radiating out into the world is completely different. Then naturally, your reality will shift. What you notice will change. What you attract will change. This is why I love how in her book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, Catherine Ponder always refers to the law of attraction as the law of radiation and attraction. Let me be blunt with you, my friend. You are attracting whatever you are radiating. You need to know that, you need to understand it, you need to feel it in your bones. When you let go of the subconscious blocks, you'll be radiating a completely different energy. When you radiate a different energy, not only will you be showing up differently, no longer holding yourself back and playing bigger than you've ever played before, but people will feel it in your energy. Like Elizabeth, one of my clients inside of Align, who landed a dream job working 6 months in the Caribbean, and her employer said it wasn't based on her previous experience that she had, but based on her energy. And look, I know what you might be thinking right now. I've heard this before. I know about limiting beliefs. Maybe you're even saying, I've done the inner work. But here's what I want you to know. What I'm about to show you over the next few days is not what you've heard before, because most teachings stop at awareness. They help you to identify the problem, but not actually to shift it. This isn't about more theory, more information. This is about creating real, lasting transformation in your life. Because when you learn how to actually release your blocks, everything changes. You feel more at peace. You take action without resistance. You feel safe to expand to your biggest goals. You align with your dream life, and so life starts showing up differently for you. So if you've ever felt like you're meant for more, like you deserve more, but you couldn't figure out what's been holding you back, this is it. And now that you've seen how powerful your subconscious mind really is, it's time to get clear on what you actually want to create. I've created a free resource for you called the Dream Life Clarity Map. It's a guided journaling tool to help you tune into your desires, set your energetic intention, and start reconnecting with the version of you who already lives that life. So make sure to get access to it and complete the worksheet as soon as possible after watching this video for best results. I'll put the link below in the description. And if you want even more support as we move through this 4-part series, then make sure to join the private group as well. And you can get access to the group using the same link in the description below. So grab your Dream Life Clarity Map, and I'll see you soon for part 2, because that's where I'll show you exactly how to spot the invisible patterns that have been running your life and how to start shifting them for good. This is where your transformation truly begins. Make sure you've subscribed and hit the notifications bell so that you don't miss out when we launch part 2.